way our minds work has evolved throughout time, even from the earliest advancements in our society that we have now used for generations. Before we texted, we wrote letters, and before we wrote letters, we spoke face to face. We automatically distribute responsibility for remembering facts and concepts among members of our particular social group, recalling some things on our own and trusting others to remember the rest. While we have always relied on outside sources, such as others, to remember some information for us, it wasn't until the printing press that we were able to retrieve information from a source outside the human mind. This technology reached Europe as early as the mid-1400s. Socrates feared that people would cease to exercise their memory and become forgetful if they got their information from ink on a page instead of storing the information as knowledge in their own brains. Today, having to read print seems like a tedious task. Since the birth of the internet, we are no longer burdened with having to read entire books to absorb knowledge. In today's technological world, it takes just seconds to find out the definition of any word or the capital of any city simply by copying and pasting your question into Google. We can access photos from a cloud, access live stream videos from a moving car, or ask our friend Amazon Alexa to wake us up in the morning without having to worry if she'll remember. Computers have been creeping closer to our brains since their creation. Large mainframes became desktops, then laptops, and now tablets and smartphones that we hold only inches from our faces. My vision of 2069 would eliminate the need to store memory on an external cloud. Instead, my vision would incorporate a technology that millions of dollars are being invested into for research. Today, the possibilities of brain-computer interface technology are just beginning to be explored, but by 2069, I believe that this technology will be put into use, another development bringing the device even closer to the core user and following the path that we have been headed down. My vision couples this technology with augmented reality glasses to create a full experience for the user. The user will be able to record memories on this hard drive implanted in their brain. The chip would be placed on the outside of one's head or installed through a same-day procedure to implant the chip into the brain, which would be quick and painless. Although expensive, this would be much less expensive than having to update to a new generation of iPhone every year due to the need for storage capacity. This device would read neurons firing in the user's brain and translate those messages into information that can be processed by a computer. Human evolution has already been altered by the technologies we have allowed to become so entangled in our lives. We've all become a bit cyborg. Our phone is an extension of our memory. What we need to remember is that we are not just merging with the machines, but with the companies that run the machines, says Four. The concept of technology being physically implanted in our brains or on our heads poses a threat to our humanity and introduces the idea of a world that knows no form of privacy. Facebook and neuroscientific tech startups alike are exploring uses for this BCI technology. The possibilities of brain-computer interfaces are both exciting and frightening. It might be cool to have a perfect memory, but it would be terrifying if your memory could be hacked. Leveraging artificial intelligence to make us smarter would be great. Creating artificial intelligence that could grow much smarter and more powerful than us is the stuff of nightmares. Stiebel. In my vision of this technology, the companies that take advantage of this brain-computer interface would be medically based, used to create an immensely positive impact on individuals with Alzheimer's, dementia, or other traumas that cause them to experience a loss of memory. If a loved one had the ability to store memories that they shared with the patient, they would be able to actually relive every aspect of the experience while wearing the augmented reality glasses. This might help them trigger the experience in their own memory and work against the disease. Additionally, this vision includes therapy for people with prostheses. They could have the ability to relive physical activity, and with medical help, their reactions to the memories could allow them to adjust to their condition. In order to be able to participate in these activities, the prostheses would be hooked up to the brain chip. The chip would allow the patient to relive the activity by sending the internal sensation that the patient once felt in their body to that exact area on the prostheses. This could help the patient learn to work with their prostheses and make the experience more natural. As researchers explore the possible implications for brain-computer interface, they grow concerned with the risk of dehumanizing our society. But in my vision, our memories will be even more personal than those we store through photos and videos using technologies of today. They will include exactly what the user was thinking and feeling at that time, making the memories even more our own and adding even more humanity than digital accounts of our memories can. We must acknowledge that as a society, there are risks that would come with this vision. There is a possibility of the memories being less, given the ability to go through the experience again and again, making it less special. This technology could also be invasive of people's privacy. The brain chip could record anything, even without the knowledge of other people. Since the user would always have the ability to share memories with others, this could potentially raise the question of these recordings being unethical and a violation of other people's privacy, as others may not always be aware that someone is storing a copy of the experience on an internal hard drive. Plagiarism could be another potential privacy issue, as the brain chip would be able to record entire movies, concerts, and other experiences that may not be legal to share physical digital copies of. Not only would this record the content, but it would also allow people to re-experience the content as if it was the first time, as the recording would allow the initial reactions to be repeated. However, this technology could be used to better healthcare and national defense for society as a whole. For example, if a practicing surgeon or military person in service were able to record their experiences and later share them with those in training, they would be more prepared and better educated on what to expect in their respective fields. This cyborg life is where our society is headed, and the technology that would make this vision possible is already being developed and invested in. The access the internet gives us is a source more powerful than any the world has ever seen, and in today's society, many jobs are at risk of being replaced by this technology due to the lack of human error and the mechanical ability of artificial intelligence. As one travels through America's Rust Belt cities, where the forces of technology have destroyed jobs, one sees real signs of suffering, high rates of addiction and suicide, and shortened life expectancies. What is the technology fix for these cancers of spirit? Says Taplin. In my vision, BCIs could be the solution, giving humans the same mechanical and mental ability that the robots replacing today's jobs have. Imagine never forgetting a single experience you have ever had and being able to recall it just by thinking about it, like hitting Control F on your keyboard. By 2069, this could potentially be a solution to creating more jobs for people once again. Both healthcare professionals and patients that battle physical handicaps and memory loss could also reap benefits from taking the risk associated with this technology. Given the right restrictions set by the government and when placed in the right hands, brain-computer interface could create a brighter, unforgettable future.